MCAS Miramar. Our Jared Aarons is there. And Jared, from your vantage point, I imagine you can see that aircraft.
Oh, not just quite yet. We're looking off to the horizon as much as we can. And I'm also looking on our flight tracking websites that we have, and we can see it's still about 12, maybe 13 miles away, but there is definitely an air of anticipation here as this plane is expected to land any minute now. Sometime around 9:20 is its projected landing time. Right now, according to the flight tracker, it is actually flying over the 15 and about to make a turn so that it can loop back around here to MCAS Miramar. It is bringing with it about 350 U.S. citizens who had to be evacuated from Wuhan, China because of the coronavirus. And once they land here, they still have a while to go before they can be fully welcomed back into the community. It's going to be 2 weeks of quarantine here at the Consolidated Bachelor Quarters on the base. That's kind of like a dorm living area. It's a building with a fence around it. They will not be allowed to leave that fenced area, nor will they be able to have any visitors come. They will be able to leave their rooms, though. They'll stay there for 2 weeks. It is important to note, and military officials stressed this to me when I spoke with them this morning, none of these people on the plane are showing any symptoms of having the coronavirus. They were all checked and scanned before they got onto the plane in Wuhan, and they will be checked again when they get off the plane here. We don't know yet what the protocol is for them getting off the plane, and we are seeing a plane right now on the horizon. We're going to pull our camera a little ways over here, and you can see a large plane coming in over the trees. Gerald is my photojournalist. Come over this way a little bit, Gerald, and you can see, we'll take our camera off the tripod, and there, a plane coming over the trees right now. Looks like a large plane. We're looking for a 747. And for those of you that drive through the Miramar area frequently, you know, you drive up the 15 and we're used to seeing planes fly overhead, used to seeing things like F-15s, F-35s, military helicopters, never something like this. I think Sky 10 is up as well with a shot of this plane as it comes in. So we will stay on this as this plane comes in for a landing. Guys, I'm going to send it back to you now for kind of, I guess, what would be the play-by-play of this plane touching down.
All right, Jared, we'll talk to you in just a moment.
Now, the CDC has scheduled a news conference for this afternoon to give us an update on where we stand with all of this. Let's get to 10 News reporter John Horn, who has some more details on that news conference. John?
Hi, Virginia. Yes, we are expecting that press conference to start at 2 o'clock, where we will get an update on what is going on, what the conditions are of the people that are on that plane. Now, we are standing just on the western edge of Miramar, and you can see the plane from our shot coming in slowly but surely, getting bigger and bigger as it approaches that runway. Now, this was one of 2 planes that took off from Wuhan, 350 Americans. They are not symptomatic as of when they took off from Wuhan. There are CDC crew on the flight. They will be screened once again when they get off. We do have some images of what it looks like inside the plane that I'm sure we will get to you. Now, the plane took off from Wuhan. It stopped at Travis Air Force Base in the Bay Area and refueled, and then after a 4-hour layover took off and made that hour or so flight down the coast here to Miramar, where, as Jared said, these people will be quarantined for 14 days. That is the essential incubation period of the coronavirus, or at least they could be up to that point. Now the plane, we do not know the exact makeup, but they are elderly, adults, children. If somebody does start exhibiting symptoms, they would be transferred to a hospital, a civilian hospital that is capable of handling their symptoms, but we do not know where that would be because it depends on the patient. But we'll send it back to you for now from the western edge of Miramar. John Horn, 10 News.
Yeah, thank you, John. In fact, as you're talking, the plane is touching down right there on the runway at MCAS Miramar.
And what a feeling of relief it must be at this point for the passengers on board who started in China some 11, 12 hours across the Pacific, and then that flight from Travis Air Force Base. And another man that is highly anticipating this landing, Cassie Carlisle, is with him. And Cassie, tell us more about that.
Yeah, and with Ken Burnett, his wife and children were over in Wuhan, got the call on Monday night to get on a plane. So he's really hoping that they're on this plane, because the last text messages you got were this morning when they landed up in San Francisco, Ken.
That's right. Yeah, she sent me a message at 4:30 this morning. Just said she was landing. Half an hour later, she sent me another message. Said they were still on the plane, and that it had been like a really tough time, and that's the last I heard from them. So I'm hoping that that's because they were busy transferring to this flight, and she's got her hands full with the little kids.
Right, 3 years old and 1 year old. So, I mean, talk to me a little bit about what it's been like for her in China. You said that they've been taking every precaution when it comes to not going outside. That's got to be hard with little kids.
Yeah, little kids have been kind of stuck inside for a long time, and they're pretty cautious anyway with their health, and I don't think it's good for little kids to be stuck like that. So they're looking forward to getting out and enjoying some of the good San Diego outdoors.
Yeah, definitely.
Activities. So.
You were telling me about a play place right behind your apartment.
Oh,
So
yeah.
hopefully we'll get little Mia on there, your 1 year old.
Yeah.
And you said, though, the thing is if they land here, best case scenario, you're still looking at another couple weeks. But you said that would be okay because you'd have a little bit of relief with them being stateside.
Yeah, it's a big relief just to have them over here and have them having in a situation where it's more known and closely monitored, and we feel like they're in a better situation, better taken care of.
Definitely lots of medical care at the ready, food, water as well, because over in Wuhan, they were having issues getting fresh vegetables. Mother-in-law and father-in-law are over there as well, and they really are also thinking about them and when and how they can possibly get them to a safer location as well. So thank you, Ken, so much for taking the time to talk with us during this difficult time. We're going to be watching our 10 News app so that we can see who gets off that plane and see if we can identify your wife and 2 kiddos. So we'll be monitoring that out here in Serra Mesa. Jim and Virginia, back to you.
Cassie, before you go, can you ask Mr. Burnett, when did the communication stop? It sounds like there was no communication between he and his wife, and I assume between others that were on this flight and their family members.
Absolutely, Jim. So what they're asking is they want to know when the communication stopped. I think you said it was about 5 o'clock was when you got the last text?
Right, but I did contact some other people in the group. There were 2 planes. I think both these people were... No, one of them was on her plane, she said. She originally was going to try to help with the kids, but they weren't allowed to sit next to each other. And so she said she saw her get off the plane, but hadn't seen her since then. And then the other person I was in touch with was on the other plane.
And you said that they stayed at hotels up in San Francisco.
Yeah, both of those people said that they had checked into the hotel there.
So that's another reason why he's hopeful that maybe she's on this flight coming back home, because she hasn't told you anything about checking into a hotel, Jim, in Virginia.
And Cassie, can you ask Ken, in terms of his communications with his wife over these last days and weeks, what has been her greatest concern? What has she talked about in terms of having these small children with her going through all of this right now?
So Virginia wants to know what the greatest concern is, with the small children. What's been kind of the biggest thing on her mind?
I'm a little bit worried about her, and after all this trauma that she's gone through, and then now this trip with the kids, and I think it's just not knowing, because she's got her hands full and hasn't been able to keep me posted as well as as I would like. But if I know they're here, I'm gonna be really relieved. So I'm just hoping to see them on this flight.
Absolutely. Is she worried about the kids the most, or just worried about getting home?
Yeah, worried about the kids, keeping them safe, and trying to keep them taken care of on this long journey.
Absolutely. Thank you again so much, Ken.
All right, thank you guys very much, and hopefully he will find out that his family members are on board the aircraft, which you can see is taxiing there now at MCAS Miramar.
And as we have seen with the previous flight that came in last week, you remember that one, which went to March Air Reserve Base in Riverside County, we have seen CDC personnel, health professionals who are dressed in suits, meeting the people when the plane finally comes to a stop. Our understanding is that they are being screened again here after the plane lands and stops, just to make sure, because so they've been asymptomatic before they got on the plane. We'll have to check to see if they continue to show no symptoms after they get off the plane. Regardless, they will still have to go through that 14-day quarantine, because that is the incubation period for the virus. So if someone has it, they might not show symptoms for days.
And it's interesting that you mentioned that, because there are now new reports coming out that there may have been, I don't know if you want to call it a mistake, but the idea that people could spread the virus without having any symptoms, that's being questioned now by researchers that say, well, based on the case that was based on, it may not be a fact that, in fact, you may have some symptoms that may not be noticed, but there are still symptoms there when the disease is being spread.
Part of the issue is this is so new that they're still trying to figure out exactly how it works. They're working on trying to come up with a vaccine. Again, we are keeping a close eye on the situation here, and as John talked about, there is a CDC news conference scheduled for here in San Diego at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Of course, we will be covering that closely to find out exactly what they say, not only about the folks on this plane, but just generally speaking, how the plan is going in terms of going forward to try to stop this from spreading out of control in this country.
All right, so this aircraft now on the ground, and now the process of deplaning these passengers, which typically takes a while, as we've seen in the past, will of course break in throughout the day as warranted.
I was.
Wow. You're kidding.
I even wrote a note. I was telling Ryan this on my laptop. I wrote a note that said, "For our records, I have no idea why I'm wearing these clothes. I have no idea where our kids are. I have no idea what day it is. I have